Hello, good morning, everyone. Adeyemi Olalekan, good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Can you hear me? Olanrewaju Benga, thank you, sir. I see A1 Wisdom as well. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Please, can you confirm you can hear me? All right, very good. Thank you very much, sir. All right, sir. Thank you. Okay, so let's get right to it. Good morning once again. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. It's another great trading day, and thank you all for joining us. Of course, this is our morning market review. Um, on this forum every day, we get to look at what's going on in the market. And if today is your first day here, first session here, good morning to you too, and you're welcome. Thank you for joining. So we use this opportunity from 8 to 9 to check out what's going on in the markets in terms of fundamentals and technical setups as well. And we do this with the hope that we'll be able to pick a few entries from the instruments we're able to analyze today. Um, and even for the rest of the week, for instruments we can also add to our watch list. All right. So we'll start with, as usual, the USD index, and then from there, we start examining other pairs as well. Pairs we'll be watching for today and for the rest of the week. All right. And I'm always quick to also add that all of this is also with the hope that when you have listened long enough, you are also able to come up with your own profitable strategies, especially in combination with some of the strategies that our analysts talk about here on a daily basis. You'll be able to pick the one that most resonates with you, and you can use it to further improve your winning edge over the markets. All right, so I'm going to head over to NT4 right away. Just a second while I do that. I'm going to switch my screen. Right. I want to believe you can see my screen. I have MT4 displayed, and this is where uh, we start. Okay. For USD index, now usually I like to start from here to understand what's going on with the dollar index, and then I'll be able to relate this to the rest of the major pairs, including gold as a commodity and some of the US indices as well. All right. So for those of us who have been following us here um, for quite some time now, all eyes have been on this area around 110, this area. This area uh, between 109.5 and 110 resistance. Now, mostly for two reasons. Number one, because of this significant trend line, this one here, because of this trend line here. Now, if you look at this trend line, of course, I've mentioned it quite a number of times. It dates back to beginning of 2023. Dates back to beginning of 2023, somewhere here. Right. As resistance, you see, yes, right here. Beginning of 2023 as resistance, and then it has been very consistent at resistance. That same trend line now has been very consistent as resistance. You see it even here as well, here as well, here as resistance as well, and then most recently here as resistance as well. So that's why, of course, we've been looking at this area uh, as a magnet for price because of this trend line that started since the beginning of 2023. That's one. And then number two, the reason this area or this level is also quite significant, my second reason again, is because of this imbalance. Sorry, just a second. Right. So the second reason is because of this, we have an imbalance here. Okay, it's more visible on the weekly time frame, or it's more obvious on the weekly time frame. So I'm going to switch to that so we can see it, even though I've pointed it out. Yeah, this long red candle right here, it's an imbalance, or what you call fair value gap. All right, and patterns like this again usually act as magnet for price. So the first reason our eyes have been on this area is because of this trend line. Resistance has been very consistent since the beginning of 2023, like I showed us earlier. And number two, because of this huge imbalance that we have here. Again, this usually acts as magnet for price. All right. And then I'm going to also show us more examples on, I think, Euro USD and Euro CAD as well, and some other assets where this kind of candle pattern or candle formation act as magnets for price. So that resistance is one we have been watching, and so far it's been playing out pretty well. Okay, now let's head back to daily. Of course, we may just use the weekly to get perspective. It really doesn't have much relevance to us as day traders. All right. So on top of that, there's also been a lot of ongoing discussions and back and forth around tariffs. President Donald Trump announced plans to implement tariffs bigger than 2.5% on key sectors, including semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, steel, copper, to protect U.S. industries. Of course, Trump is pro-America, so that's not unexpected. All right. And then we also got interest rate figures as well. The Federal Reserve kept the interest rates unchanged at 4.5%, and that's for the first time since July 2024. Again, President Trump, we also saw in the news that he was set to impose about 25% tariffs on $900 billion in imports from Canada and Mexico, starting from February 1. And then we woke up, of course, February 1 was a weekend, the market was non-functional. And then we woke up to huge gaps in the market. We woke up to huge gaps in the market. Now, of course, such gaps also create fantastic trade opportunities because we also expect the gaps to get filled. Also expect the gaps to get filled. And then we saw the USD index coming back to that area. It closed around this level. What price level is that? 108.2, closed around 108.2. And then we woke up to it testing a few pips above 109.5, which is really huge. And then, of course, that gap is now completely closed. Okay, now, so this area here is a significant resistance level. Now, this is the daily time frame, which we use as our anchor time frame to understand direction, and then we can now tune to a much lower time frame for entry opportunities. All right, so this area between 109.5 and 110, quite significant. And then from that level, we saw this huge red candle as well. So currently, price is staying on the 108.5 level, which is also a significant level because if you look back a little bit, you would see why that level is also significant around 108.5. Here, a support, here as well, a support, uh, a few pips here as resistance. Right, we'll get there in a minute. Is that a DNA? No, wisdom. All right, I'm sure you're probably on that trade. Okay, so as it is right now for the USD index, this is one level to watch. This is one level to watch. This level here is one to watch because if we get a break below this level, then we can expect further weakness from the USD index. We can expect further weakness. However, if because this is the daily time frame, if at the end of today we get a reversal pattern here, since this gap has been filled, if we now get a reversal pattern, then we can expect price to get bullish from this support level, to get bullish from that support level. So right now we have 108.5 as support, and then we have the area between 109.5 and 110 as resistance. And that's what guiding our trade decisions as it concerns the US dollar index. All right, so this is the daily time frame. Let's see what we have in 4 hours and then 1 hour as well. Okay, so again, this is the level to watch. If price breaks below this, then we can expect further push to the downside. However, to get some reversal pattern, candlestick reversal pattern at this support level, then we can expect price to push higher. And if you look at the 50-period moving average too, price is above it. It's currently above the 50-period moving average, which also signifies some strength there for the USD index. All right, let's move on to Euro USD before we get to the other pairs uh, coming from you. All right. So Euro USD too is one that we have also watched for some time, especially or initially the area between 1.02 and 1.035. You see how price ranged in between those two levels. And then eventually we got a break above. Price pushed higher to 1.046 resistance around this area. I'm going to highlight it, this level here. And then if we look back, here as support, here as support, we want to check back to make sure that that level is significant. All right. So we've seen multiple touches at that same 1.046 level. And then we also saw that huge gap from euro dollar as a result of what I highlighted earlier. All right. So currently we have price between 1.035 resistance and 1.027 support. All right. This level here as resistance and this level here as support. This is on the daily time frame now, 4 hours and then 1 hour. Okay. So from this support level now, we're seeing some retracement from this support level. We're seeing some retracement, but currently price is below the 50 period moving average. Price is below the 50 period moving average. Now, so because it's tested the support at 1.027, and we see this rejection, we see this rejection right there. So as it is, we can expect price to push higher from this level until we see a break below that support at price level 1.027. So if we get a break below this level, then we can expect further weakness from euro dollar. And don't forget, it has been very weak. After it created this double top, we started seeing this aggressive push to the downside, and then 1.02 level acted as support, and so far price or sellers have been unable to take out that support level. Okay, so as it is now, as long as price stays above this support level at 1.027, then we can expect price to push higher. If sellers are able to take out that support level, then this is going to get as weak as it can from that level. Okay. And then this is a hammer pattern. This is a hammer pattern on that support level. This is 4 hours time frame. All right. Again, this is a bullish reversal pattern. This is a bullish reversal pattern. But it's going to take a close above this resistance to confirm the move higher. To confirm the move higher for Euro USD. All right. Let's check out what we have on Euro pounds or Wisdom Euro pounds. All right. So for Euro pounds, this is a descending channel. You see how price has tested trend line resistance and the trend line support in the middle of this range for quite a number of times. It's been very significant and very consistent as well. Okay, so recently, almost recently, price came back to the top of that channel and then has been bearish since it tested that resistance, that trend line resistance. All right. So, of course, this is still as bearish as it can get. So what we now need to do is look for sell opportunities because it's currently bullish, to look for sell opportunities. And then we can expect price to come back to the trend line support, Again, this is a channel for Euro pounds. This is a descending channel that has been very consistent. Price has tested resistance and support of that channel multiple times. So recently, that's tested the top of that channel, trend line resistance here, and then it's now heading to the support. It's now heading to the support level of that same channel. So we need opportunities to sell at resistance. All right, so let's check what it looks like on H4, on H1 as well. All right, so on the 1 hour time frame, we have this confluence of resistance here. Okay. So as it is right now, we may want to wait for a pullback into this resistance before we take sell opportunities. Before we take sell opportunities from that resistance. Oh, yes, wisdom. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm going to do a quick run for that reason. Um, okay. So for euro pounds, on the daily time frame, for euro pounds on the daily time frame. So as I said, we're looking at this descending channel. We're looking at this descending channel. And for that descending channel, we see how price has tested the trendline resistance and trendline support multiple times. So that descending channel has been quite consistent. Price testing resistance and support multiple times, testing it multiple times. So most recently, we see price back at the resistance. And right about now, we're seeing price heading even back to the support. All right. So for that reason, we're interested in selling. And to even further confirm that, we have price below the 50 period moving average. We have price below the 50 period moving average as well. And then this level here at 0.832 as resistance. And reason is because we can look back to see multiple touches at that same level, here as resistance, here as support. So that's why this level is quite significant. So currently acting as resistance for price. All right. So all of this on the daily time frame. Now let's head to the H1 time frame. Okay. So for the H1 time frame now, to get in now, you may need to now wait for a pullback into this resistance, and then we take our sales from there. Or we see some bearish movement from this current level. As it is right now, it has stayed on, it has been consolidating on this level, you see, for let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 11 hours now because we're on the 1 hour time frame. It stayed on this same level. All right. So we need some solid bearish confirmation from the current level in order to take sales from there. Or number two would be a pullback into this resistance area, and then we now take our sales from that level. All right, that's for euro pounds. Okay. Um, back to euro USD. I was going to show us the because it's inverse of the USD index. I need to show us the imbalance that we also have on euro USD. Right, this one here. This long green candle, you'll see that it is similar to what we saw for the dollar index. I'm going to go back to it. Yeah, this one here for the dollar index, this long red candle. So because the euro dollar is inverse of USD index, we also have that right here. Again, for the USD index, this imbalance has been filled. We've seen a significant push into back into that level. So it has been filled. But if you look at for Euro USD, it's still quite shallow. It's still quite shallow. So for that reason, we may see a further push to the downside. But in order to confirm that, we need to see a break below this 1.02 level for Euro USD now. In order for that imbalance to be filled, then we need to see more selling pressure, especially breaking below this 1.02 level. Then we would have confidence that price would fill this imbalance that we see here. which is around 1.009. But first, this level at 1.02 needs to be taken out. It needs to see selling pressure below that level. Okay. So that's for Euro USD. Moving on to USD CAD now. Moving on to USD CAD. Again, USD CAD is one that we have really looked at. You would agree with me. It's one that we have really looked at on this forum. All right. So we started from uh, this about 2 years range, between 1.387 resistance. You see this resistance and 1.32 here. If you look at this range, it is about 2 years long. And then I remember telling us that when we see a range like this, the more an asset ranges like this, the more aggressive the resulting breakout is likely to be. And we see that play out brilliantly. So what did we see? Price broke above 1.387 and then became very aggressive from that level. We saw that rally into this range here. This range here, again, between 1.445 and 1.43. You see how price has stayed in between this range. You see that? And then I remember telling us that, when was that? That was 28. That was last week, Tuesday, 28. All right. Price was still in between this range as at the last time on this forum, last week, Tuesday. And then eventually we saw price take out that level, took out that level above 1.445. This level here closed above that range. And then, of course, that was a fantastic trigger. From that point, and as a result of the huge gaps in the market, created about close to 300 pips from that level, close to 300 pips. All right. So the gap here has since been filled. The gap here has since been filled. All right. And then currently, price is now back in that range once again. Price is now back in that range. So we saw that gap. We saw that gap. Price closed above that 1.445 level, and then it has been filled, now back in that range. All right. So we're back to price taking out this resistance before this gets bullish again. We need price to take out this resistance. Otherwise, we may just continue to see the range play out from this level. That's for USD CAD on the daily time frame. Let's see what it looks like on 4 hours and even 1 hour. Okay, this is what we have on 1 hour time frame. Okay, let me check that trend line. From end of September, we have this double bottom pattern and then that rally from that level. Okay. So this trend line now has been consistent as support, for price. This trend line here from end of September here, as support right there. Okay, so right now we need price to take out this resistance before this gets bullish. We need price to take out this resistance. Excuse me. All right, wisdom, and I hope you got that for euro pounds. I hope you got that for euro pounds. All right. So for USD cards, that's what we have. Again, pricing is now back in that range between 1.445 and 1.43. All right. So we need once again we need to see a breakout of that range before this becomes more defined and creates trade opportunities. Okay. Moving on to AUD USD as well. AUD USD. All right. Currently at the critical support level for AUD USD at this critical support level. All right. So from this support now, we need to see some reversal pattern to confirm that this is going to get bullish from the current level. However, if sellers are able to take out this support level, then we can expect more weakness from AUD USD. So currently is around this support area. We check it on the daily time frame. It's more obvious here, right? This is around 0.62. It's around 0.62. And then it appears we also have a potential fake out on our hands. We have a potential fake out on our hands. We've seen price close below this significant level and then close back above it. And right now, price is still around this area. So we need to see a convincing bullish move above this support level to confirm that this is going to get bullish from the current level. If, however, what we see on the other hand is a close below this support level, then we can expect this to become even more bearish below 0.62. 0.62. All right. NZD USD too is one asset that we have talked about as well. Is one asset we have talked about as well, especially since price test returned to this critical support level at 0.555. All right. You see, here, March 2020, you see, price came to that 0.555 level. Fast forward to 2022 October, returned to that same level. And then currently, price is around that level as well. Price around that level as well. Okay. So from this level, we're expected to get bullish. We're expected to get bullish. And this is going to change if price takes out the support at 0.555. This will be the bearish move is expected to continue if price or if sellers are able to take out this support level. That is, if we see price close below that support level, then we can expect this bearish move to continue. However, as long as it's above this 0.555 level, then we can expect it to get bullish. Can expect it to get bullish. All right. And then the bullish move would be further confirmed if buyers can now take out this resistance here at 0.572. If buyers are then able to take out this resistance, that is, if we see price close above that resistance, we expect the resistance to become support, and then we see higher prices from that level. All right. So this is what I'll be watching out for on NZD USD, on NZD USD. Okay. Gold is one that I also want to touch on. All right. So for gold, uh, we see this aggressive rally since should be mid December, since middle of December. Let's see. Yes, right here from this level, around 2600, December 1920. All right, price returns to this support, and from that support level it has rallied aggressively, taking out important levels. Okay. Of course, again for gold, this is not unexpected. In times of economic uncertainty, we see investors, traders flooding to gold as a safe haven asset. Again, like I said, especially during economic uncertainty, and to a large extent, that has been responsible for the aggressive move that we have on gold. Okay. Let's see. All right. So price has now convincingly taken out the previous all-time high that was created towards 2,800, of course, which is a round figure, towards 2,800. It created the high around this level here, a few pips from 2,800, a few pips from 2,800. You need a round figure there. That's around 2,790. That's around 2,790. Created this all-time high, and then price has now created a new one. That's 2,830, 2,830 currently. 2,830. All right. So what does that mean? As it is right now, resistance is at 2,830, and then support is between 2,800 and 2,790. All right. Okay. Right. This is what it looks like on 4 hours. This is what it looks like on 4 hours. I remember let's see. 28. All right. So last week, Tuesday, on this forum, we were waiting for price to come back to 2720 support, to retest this level as support so that we can uh enter, so that we can that can be our entry trigger at that time. We're waiting for price to pull back to the 2720 level. And reason is because it was the most recent resistance here. Here it was resistance, here it was resistance as well. And then price took out that resistance, giving us a convincing break above 2720. All right. And then we saw a follow through as well towards the all-time high, the initial all-time high at 2790. So at that time, when this pullback started, we're expecting it to come back to 2720 to retest this level as support. And then that would have been our entry signal to long gold or to join this bullish move. But a few pips shy of 2720 level, about 70 pips before that 2720 level, we got a bullish reversal pattern. This is a piercing line on daily time frame, and then that confirmed that the bullish move was going to resume. It didn't quite retest 2720, and then our price took out the most recent all-time high at 2790. That's now created another one, a new one at 2830. Right, has now created a new one at 2830. All right. So what that also means is that we're looking at 2830 resistance and 2800 as support. All right. This is on 1 hour now. Okay. So, to join this aggressive bullish move that we have on gold, we want to again wait for price to retest 2,800 or around that area. All right. If we see price push back into somewhere around the support level, we wait for a bullish reversal pattern, and then that would be a trigger to long gold. That would be our trigger to join this bullish move that we have on gold. All right. And then if we do not get a retest back at 2,800, we don't see a retest back at 2,800, and instead we see a close back above this resistance. I'm going to point it out right here as support, right here as resistance. All right. So currently price is below it. Here as support, price is now below that support. So what it makes is that this level is now expected to turn to resistance. So we may expect further push to the downside towards 2,800. All right. So if price or if sellers are able to bring this back to 2,800, this is the level I'll be watching to see. I'll be watching out for a bullish reversal pattern at this support to join that bullish move. Again, like I said, always a close back above this, then that would also be that mean that we may see a retest of the all-time high. We may see a retest of the all-time high. And then, like I also mentioned for gold, usually it's gold is considered a safe haven asset, and then especially during economic uncertainties as this, we see traders and investors flooding to gold as a safe haven asset. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's head to US 30. Head to US 30. All right. So for US 30, we also saw that huge gap on US 30, which has since been filled, which has since been filled. From this close, price closed here, and then by the time it reopened, it was around here. He pushed further down, and then that gap has now been filled sufficiently. Okay. So this level here is the resistance at 45,000. All right. Okay. So this has now created a double top right there. It has now created a double top. And then if you also look at this trend line from 2024, from August 2024, as support here, fast forward to September as support as well. Fast forward to November as support before we got that break below the trend line. And then it has now been acting since we got that break below this trend line. It has now been acting as resistance. You see, here as resistance, here as resistance as well. And this resistance has now created the double top. It's now created the double top. All right. And at that resistance, we also have this bearish engulfing candle. Also have this bearish engulfing candle. And then we see this weakness from US 30. All right. So as it is right now, for this bearish move to continue, then we need to see price take out this support at 44400. We need to see price take out this support level. How is that? Here, here as well, we have that long spikes, and then here as well as resistance. Okay, so that's why this level is quite a significant one. Okay, so for the bearish move, we already have a bearish engulfing pattern at that resistance. If you look back to what happened here, we got this reversal pattern as well, which is also a bearish engulfing candle, and then that aggressive bearish move back to support. Okay, so already we have seen a bearish engulfing pattern, and then we could also get another aggressive push to the downside. But first, we need to see sellers take out this support level at 44400. At 44400. We need to see price break below that level so that this level can become resistance. Right, so that this level can become resistance. You get a retest and then get bearish from that level. Let's see what it looks like on 4 hours and 1 hour as well. Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, it's below the 50-period moving average. Again, signifies weakness. But first, we need to see price take out that support level, as I highlighted. Okay. All right. So now let's send in our questions for the instruments we have highlighted so far. Anyone you would like me to recap? Anyone you would like me to recap? Okay, US 2000. Do I have that chart here? Okay. Okay. So even for US 2000, we saw that gap as well. We saw that gap as well. And then this has also been filled significantly. It has also been filled. And then we have resistance here. We have resistance back here at around 2309 price level, right? And then we have support here at 2200. Okay. Of course, it's quite obvious. I'm not sure I need to be highlighting it, but for the avoidance of doubt, even here as well, and then back here as well. Okay, so right now, it's ranging between this resistance and support, ranging between this resistance and support. All right, so for this to give us a clear direction, we need to see price take out either the resistance or the support, either the resistance or the support. All right, and then don't forget, we're seeing this consolidation in the midst of this bearish move. You see, price tested this high here, the all-time high at 24.56, also giving us a double top, and then we see this bearish move from that level. All right, and that bearish move has now resulted in this consolidation, and price has stayed between 2309 and 2200. All right, so we need to see some breakout for this to be more defined. All right, so because price has recently tested the support, it's recently tested the support. All right, what that means is that price may head back to that resistance. All right, now this bullish move was as a result of the gap that we got on most of the US indices and some other assets as well. And then that gap has since been filled. Okay, so we may see price fill part of this long green candle, and then we now get bullish move from that point. All right, so let's see. Let's measure the 50% retracement of this green candle. Okay, so we have it here. All right, and then we have the 61.8 level here as well. All right, so I'm going to take out the Fibo now. Okay, so this is the level we're watching. We need to see some retracement back into this. We need to see this green candle get filled. All right, and then we have that currently at 22.54 is the 61.8 level, and 22.45 is the 50% level. All right, so within this area, I'll be looking for a bullish pattern. I'll be looking for a bullish pattern to buy. That's US 2000 now. All right, so this is the 61.8 Fibo level, and this is the 50% Fibo level. All right, so like I said, it is within this area, I'll be looking for the bullish signal to go long, the bullish signal to go long from that level. Yeah, Oyeshino Yekomi, I've seen your hand for, please, you can speak now. The hand has been
Okay, sir.
signed. Yes, sir.
Yes, can you recap on US 100?
US 100.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It was US 30 I talked about. All right. But I'm going to quickly run US 100 as well. Okay. Again, this is quite obvious. We see consolidation here. We see consolidation, and then we also have these trend line resistance here. Dates back to August 2024. You see, August 2024, September here, multiple times, multiple attempts at that support as well, until we got this break below it, and then above that trend line resistance as well. And currently, as we can see, price is now consolidating. Price is now consolidating. Okay, so for that consolidation, we also see that it has tested or recently tested the support level of that consolidation at 21,000. You see price test the support level of that consolidation. You see, again, this is as a result of the gap that we got on most of the US indices and other assets as well. Okay. So again, we're going to do what we did with US 30 here. Measure this green candle to get the 50% level where we expect the retracement to get to before the bullish move continues from the support. So here is the 61.8. Here is the 50% level. Now I'm going to take out the Fibo. So like we did for US 30, we also have this level here, around here for US 100. All right. 21,336 is the 61.8 level, and 21,256 is the 50% Fibo level. All right. We see price has spiked into that area and is beginning to retrace from that level. All right. So let's see what it looks like on H4. All right. On H4, we have this hammer. We have this hammer on H4. All right. And then on H1, on 1 hour time frame, we have this is a bullish Arami. This is bullish Arami. All right. So from this level now, it's pointing to bullish move from that level. It's pointing to a bullish move from that level. We've measured the 50% level. We have the 61.8% level and the 50% level in this area. All right. So we need to get some convincing reversal pattern at this level for us to get bullish on US 100. All right. Oil, course, currently bearish for oil. I'm going to quickly highlight it here as resistance, here resistance as well. And then if we tested that same level as support here, you have that confluence of support. And then here as well, before we got this breakdown, below this support level at 75.7. All right. So now that it is below that support level, now that it is currently below that support level, okay, we may expect a further push to the downside, especially towards this trend line on H4. Right, on H4, you say since the beginning of January, resistance here as well. It has been quite consistent at resistance. Here, we got a break above it. We got a retest as support, and then it pushed even higher from that level. And it met resistance at 77 level, and then it's beginning to pull back to that trend line. It's beginning to pull back to that trend line. All right. So as it stands right now, while below 75.7 level, we can expect further weakness. You can expect further weakness while price is below that 75.7 level. However, we see it close back above it, then it's going to get bullish from that point. All right. So this is a good place to leave it for today. We have quite a number of assets that we have talked about, been able to touch on so far. So we are watching and adding to our watch list for today and the rest of the week. All right, this is where we draw the curtain for today on today's edition of our morning market review. Thank you very much for joining. I wish us a great trading day.